Throw brain in there and you're going to get a different response because people are literally operating and doing these things that they've researched without the connectivity to the brain. And so if you feel disconnected from your brain, that's why. Eureka. How can you make the connection? You walk around with this brain all day long. We found out that it's the command center yesterday from a coaching perspective, and literally not making the connection to the brain. So ChatGPT, because I did not, even though I was already in a brain chat, didn't make the connection because I didn't connect it. So then I had to go back and say, wait a minute. I want this information to be connected to the brain. So people say you can cheat and use ChatGPT. I'm like, it's garbage in, garbage out. But that is interesting from a search perspective that if you don't make the connection to your brain, then you won't make the connection to your brain, and neither will ChatGPT. So going forward, everything that I search is going to have brain in it. How is this connected to the brain? How is this connected to the brain? How is this? What regions? What part? That makes sense, right? So if you don't say brain, it's not going to connect. And so when I tell you that you have the ability to create new neural pathways, you're probably thinking, how the hell I'm going to do that? How I'm going to connect that when everything I've been doing for my whole life has not been connected to my brain? It's been connected to people, because the thing that was even more interesting was the 12 things that was there was people related. So it was telling you all these things to solicit feedback activities for people instead of your brain. So that's what's happening is we have been hardwired for negativity bias, and then we have been programmed for people. So everything we do is for another person or ourselves, but not our brain. So that's why it's very challenging for you neurologically to process me saying brain. Let's think about that. It's 13 people on this live right now. Some of these people are new. When I say brain, 13 people, what are you thinking? Your brain. You had that. Your brain is the command center for your life. You're buffering. You got a nice little, get the buffering emoji out, because you can't connect it, because for your entire life, everything that you have been taught is either for a higher power or for people, but not for your brain, even though you're using your brain for all of that. Absolutely true. We function automatically and take the brain for granted because you were not taught to value your brain. You value your money, your house, your clothes, your possessions more than your brain. You value your heart, your liver, your lungs, and all of that before your brain, which is the command center for all of that. For all of it. The brain is the command center, and it is last on the fucking list. You don't give it water. You don't give it the right amount of food. You don't give it resources. You don't read. You don't write, and you ain't arithmeticking. Nothing. But you want this brain to engage in everything else that you do all day long, and y'all disconnected. Don't put the phone cord in the charger of your phone in the phone, and don't plug it to the wall. You ain't got no power. You got zero power. That bad boy gonna get the zero and you're gonna be done. But that's what you're doing. You walking around with the phone cord plugged into the phone and the phone ain't plugged into the wall. And you trying to figure out why you ain't even got the Wi-Fi on or the data. And you trying to figure out how come you can't function. Because you're not using the phone properly. You don't have the data on. You don't have the Wi-Fi on. You don't have the phone. You're not powering it. These morning mental workouts, are you plugging into the power? Your brain, plug it in so you can get charged for the day, so you can use your working memory all day long. So that's why it seems so foreign. That's why it's like, what the fuck is she talking about? Because the connection ain't connecting. Now, if I said, let's use neuroscience for you to manifest a car, you would be all on it. But I said, let's use neuroplasticity and neurogenesis and neuropability for you to become your best. And you like, the fuck is you talking about? Best? I am my best. Look at this outfit. This shirt costs $700. I'm pulling up in the woo. I got the best zip code. I'm over here. I make the best red velvet anything. That's not even what I'm talking about. So you can't connect because the connection isn't there. So look at God, higher power in the universe, giving me what appeared to be an error. I could have just been, I searched wrong and went on about my business and got this information. But that was the light bulb moment right there. That was the penicillin. It's not connected. If you don't